You're going to a place and you have an aesthetic provider and they offer you a particular product, and I'll go into the types of products because they're not all created equal. But if you get your first treatment, I would say make sure that you understand that less is more. They may recommend multiple syringes. Be very cautious with that. Especially in the lips, less is more. You don't want to go too fast. You want to give your lips time to expand naturally with the product. Why? Because of the risk of migration. Imagine you're putting one filler within a confined space, which is your lips. And now imagine you're putting an additional filler in a very short period of time. You could think of it this way, that across the muscle, some of that filler may migrate. So there's different reasons why fillers migrate, in my opinion. One is too much too fast, or too much at once, or the type of filler that is used that does not hydrolyze well or break down well over time and can then get smaller and expand and cross planes within the tissue. So let's address number one. So too much too fast. You go in, see your doctor, they recommend not one syringe, but they recommend 1.5 or 2 syringes all at once. Now, you may be short on time, or you're flying somewhere to get this treatment. That's all fine. But remember, overexpansion of your lip all in one sitting can cause migration of the filler, because the filler will just go down the path of least resistance and then potentially end up above the vermilion border. And that's when you see some clients or some individuals that walk around that have that ducky look or that puffy upper lip that comes from too much too fast. The second thing is if you're getting it consecutively too close to each other, so not all at once, but you're getting one syringe and you're getting another, and then 6 months later, and then another 3 months, and another 6 months. Again, same concept, you just stretch it out over more time. So again, the filler or the product is going to go down the path of least resistance and end up in places that it doesn't need to be or have any business to be. And then the third one, ooh, my voice cracked. The third one, what we talked about, is the type of filler. So type of filler matters. You know, there's softer fillers, there are more cross-linked fillers. All of them are hyaluronic acid, but the properties of them are different. And some of the fillers that are more hydrophilic or pull in more water will give you a more exaggerated look, right? It changes somewhat the shape of your lip, but unfortunately it also has more problems with migration of the filler and moving into areas that it doesn't belong. The second thing that I've seen is particular types of fillers, when they age, typical fillers, they're supposed to last 6 months, 9 months, a year. And some fillers, when they are broken down over time, as the filler breaks down over time, what I've seen is that the filler, because of the way it breaks down, it remains within the tissue. And a piece of hyaluronic acid, let's imagine the strand to be this long, now is divided up into smaller hyaluronic pieces that then can easier migrate across planes and end up in areas that it doesn't belong. Now, what's interesting is the problem with that is, I think that happens across all HA or hyaluronic acids, but the difference is the ones that are more hydrophilic or pull in water, when they move across planes and are in areas they don't belong, because they also draw in a lot of moisture, you get that puffy look and or that type of lip. When you look at it, you're like, oh, this person had something done and it doesn't look good. Aesthetically, it's not pleasing. So those are kind of my thoughts on migration, too much too fast, consecutively getting fillers without rest, and or allowing the tissue to expand, and or using the products that are hydrophilic and don't break down appropriately over time. So thank you for watching. Hopefully that's helpful in your decision making as you're thinking about getting lip fillers.